Bubble wrap and life. No more needing approval. Pop. No more second guessing myself. Pop. No more people pleasing. Pop. So this devotion or this whatever is not written by me. It's by Stacy L. Sanchez, and I got it from the Pages Heart Prints of God on Facebook. And here it is, bubble wrap. So I don't know about you, but when you were little, I mean, even now I'm not little, but I like to just pop. It's so therapeutic. And actually, we give these to kids at at-risk alternative schools because it's so soothing to just pop. So hear that? Pop. Okay, so I'm going to start reading it. As I stood in the garage breaking down a cardboard box, I picked up a piece of bubble wrap, still tucked inside. I don't know why, but as a child, I loved placing my fingers over the tiny bubbles and yes, popping them. Here now, as tears rolled down my cheeks, I found myself once again placing fingers over bubbles and popping to my heart's content. Only this time, my heart was bowed in prayer, labeled and called out each bubble as I popped it. No more selfishness, pop. No more pride, pop. No more need for approval, pop. No more second guessing myself, pop. No more people pleasing, pop. No more anger, pop. On and on, one after another, I called out all the issues I long for God to pop in my life. Tear after tear, pop after pop, God and me in my garage. After I popped every bubble on the sheet of bubble wrap, my tears began to subside and my heart began to quiet. And then, oh so precious, God began to speak. He, more than me, knew all about each of the struggles of my heart. He, more than me, knew the hold and the intense grip they each had in my life. And he, more than me, behind each one, the one who had been with me the entirety of my life, began to remind me of my lifelong need to be seen and heard, need to be understood, need to be validated, need to be nurtured and comforted. Childhood needs that weren't met with childhood wounds instead. And as he did, I began to understand what he already knew. Just like bubble wrap is designed to protect and keep safe whatever it is wrapped around, our behaviors and reactions learned in our childhood were unknowingly put in place to do the same, to keep the hurt at bay. It's how we survived. But bubble wrap was never designed to be a permanent part of anything. The bubble wrap in my hand has served its purpose. Now, here in my garage, I no longer needed it or its tiny bubbles. And in my spirit, I could feel God nudging me in the most hidden place of my wounded heart. Let it go, sweet girl. Let it go. You don't need those any longer. You have me. I see you. I hear you. I understand you. I feel what you feel. I hurt when you hurt. I know the deepest longings of your heart. I love you so much more than you will ever know. And then he spoke his word, a scripture I have known for most of my entire life. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Proverbs 4:23. And I suddenly realized these childhood behaviors and reactions that have followed me into adulthood weren't actually protecting me at all. They were simply my responses to the hurt I was still allowing in. I'll give you a minute or two to really pause and think about that. Me trying to earn what I longed for only brought more pain and more disappointment. My trying to gain human love, human acceptance, human Validation only left me broken, hurt, and still in need. My emotional bubble wrap did nothing to protect me. It only hid the real me. The way to guard your heart is by allowing my love to reign supreme in it. The way to guard your heart is by finding your identity, your purpose, your worth, your validation in and through me. You don't need bubble wrap, my precious child. You only need me. And as I tossed the now bubbleless pieces of bubble wrap into the trash bin, I lifted my hands heavenly and praised the great I am, the one who knows me just as I am and loves me, even though in the midst of always and forever, how thankful I am for the shepherd of my heart. And this once again is by Stacy Sanchez, and it was on the page Heartprints of God. I recommend you go follow it. It's such a good page. But, we all can say this. And, that's how God does it. Like, he wants us to bring everything before him and lay it all down. Specifically, speak it out. Like, I do this, Pop. I do this, Pop. He wants to make you a bubbleless piece of bubble wrap because, and this is such a good object lesson, because he will protect us. All of that air, all of those pops, like, they're keeping it safe. But what happens when you aren't in this bubble wrap? Like, we believe lies that if we just hold it inside, it won't hurt, or it'll go away, or whatever. But it doesn't go away. We have to bring it to the Father and lay it at his feet and let him pop it. Like, most of them are the lies that the enemy's caused us to believe over the course of our lifetime. And there just comes a time that we have to get it out of our bodies, give it to him. And, I had a counselor once, and as we spoke of things, they would say, okay, pretend you're placing that in your hands, okay? And I'm going to pray, and I'm going to lift it to the Father. Everything that you're carrying and everything. So as he reveals, you release, you lay it down. And some people have put it on pieces of paper and burned it. Some people put it on pieces of papers and buried it. Whatever works for you. But the bottom line is we got to get it from in here out here, because what's in the dark has to be brought to the light so God can deal with it, and so he can reveal, and so he can just cover that, help you see where those are lies, or that's just pain, that it's time that you lay down. So whatever it is, I'm praying for you. I hope that this touched you in some way. It did me enough that I spoke on my channel about it. So thank you for listening. Have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks.